Alright, let's talk about a problem that quietly stresses millions of people out. You wake up in the morning and the first thing you think about isn't your goals or your plans, it's money. Not because you're irresponsible, not because you don't care, but because your income isn't steady. One month feels okay, the next month feels tight, and some months feel like you're barely holding it together. Maybe you're freelancing, doing contract work, running a small business, working hourly shifts, or juggling multiple gigs. You don't know exactly how much money is coming in, but the bills still show up on the same dates every month. Rent doesn't care if your income is unstable. Groceries don't wait. Unexpected expenses always seem to hit at the worst time. And every time you hear financial advice online, it feels like it's made for people with stable salaries and predictable paychecks. If that sounds like you, you're not bad with money. You're dealing with a harder situation, and today we're going to talk about how to manage money when your income is low or unstable, in a way that actually works in real life. The first thing we need to clear up is a huge misconception. People with unstable income don't struggle because they don't budget or because they don't try hard enough. They struggle because traditional money advice assumes consistency. Most budgets assume you know exactly how much you'll earn each month. Most saving plans assume you have extra money left over. Most investing advice assumes you can automate everything and forget about it. When your income changes, those systems break. So instead of forcing a system that doesn't fit your life, you need a flexible money system that works with uncertainty, not against it. Let's start with the most important mindset shift. When your income is unstable, your goal is not perfection. Your goal is stability. Stability means you can cover your basics, handle small surprises, and avoid panic when income dips. Everything else comes after that. If you try to jump straight to aggressive saving or investing while your foundation is shaky, it just adds stress and frustration. The smartest thing you can do first is separate your needs from everything else. Needs are the expenses that keep your life running. Think rent, basic food, utilities, transportation to work, phone, and minimum debt payments. These are not optional, and they are not negotiable in the short term. When income is unstable, these expenses become your anchor. You need to know the bare minimum amount of money required to survive each month. Not your ideal lifestyle, not your best month, but your survival number. Once you know that number, money decisions become much clearer. Imagine you earn different amounts every month. One month you bring in $2,500, another month $1,600, another month $3,000. Instead of budgeting based on your best month, you budget based on your lowest realistic month. That means your core expenses must fit within that lower income. This is uncomfortable, but it's powerful. It protects you from the worst months and gives you breathing room during better ones. When income goes up, you don't immediately increase spending. You use the extra money intentionally. Now let's talk about how to actually manage your money when it comes in. One of the biggest mistakes people with unstable income make is treating every dollar the same. When money hits your account, it feels like relief, and it's tempting to catch up on everything at once. But that usually leads to a cycle where money disappears quickly, and stress returns just as fast. Instead, think of your money in phases. When you receive income, the first job of that money is to cover your upcoming essentials. Not wants, not upgrades, just the basics. If rent is due soon, that money gets priority. If groceries are needed, that comes next. This sounds obvious, but when income is irregular, it's easy to forget and treat a good month like it's permanent. The key is to slow down your decisions. Give your money assignments before it disappears. Another critical strategy is building a small buffer. This is not a huge emergency fund, and it doesn't need to be intimidating. The goal is to get ahead by even a little. Imagine having one extra month of basic expenses sitting quietly in your account. That buffer changes everything. It turns unpredictable income into something manageable. You stop reacting to money and start planning with it. The way you build this buffer is by using your better months wisely. When income is higher than usual, don't immediately reward yourself. Save a portion specifically to protect your future low-income months. This isn't punishment, it's self-respect for your future self. Let's talk about saving, because this is where many people feel defeated. When income is low or unstable, saving feels impossible. But saving doesn't mean large amounts. Saving means consistency when possible and flexibility when needed. Some months you may save a little, some months nothing, and some months more. That's okay. The mistake is quitting entirely because it's not perfect. Even saving small amounts during good months helps smooth out the bad ones. Over time, this creates financial breathing room. Debt deserves special attention when income is unstable. Debt adds pressure because it doesn't adjust when your income drops. If you have debt, focus on staying current and avoiding new high-interest debt. Minimum payments protect your credit and keep things from spiraling. Aggressive payoff can come later, when income is more stable. The goal right now is survival and stability, not speed. Spending habits also need to be realistic. You don't need extreme cutbacks that make life miserable. Instead, look for flexibility. Choose expenses that can go up or down depending on your income. For example, eating out less during slow months and allowing it occasionally during better ones. This flexible approach works better than strict rules that break the moment life changes. Now let's touch on investing, because many people think they should skip it entirely when income is unstable. The truth is, investing should come after you can handle short-term ups and downs. If investing money means you'll panic during a slow month and pull it out, then it's too early. Once you have a small buffer and your basics are covered, investing small, consistent amounts during good months can make sense. There's no rush. Long-term success comes from sustainability, not speed. Emotionally, managing unstable income is exhausting. Constant uncertainty creates anxiety, even if you're doing everything right. That's why systems matter more than motivation. A simple checking account for spending, a savings account for your buffer, and clear priorities reduce decision fatigue. When money has a purpose, stress decreases. Let's make this practical with a simple scenario. Imagine you have a good month and earn more than expected. Instead of upgrading your lifestyle, you first refill your buffer. Then you set aside money for upcoming essentials. If there's extra after that, you can enjoy some of it without guilt because your future is protected. During a slow month, you rely on the buffer, reduce flexible spending, and avoid panic. Over time, this rhythm creates stability even when income itself isn't stable. The biggest takeaway here is this. You don't need a perfect income to manage money well. You need a system that expects uncertainty. Focus on covering essentials, building a small buffer, staying flexible with spending, and using good months to protect bad ones. Stop comparing yourself to people with steady paychecks. You're playing a different game, and that game requires different rules. If you take one action after watching this, let it be this. Calculate your basic monthly survival number and commit to protecting it. That one step alone will make every money decision clearer. Stability first, progress second, and peace of mind will follow.